Well, well, well. Now, do y'all remember last week when we was talking about Toe Jam Tulsi, the little red sparrow? Yes. The one that has too many ties to too many spies, so many, in fact, that she was denied the chance to fly. Yes, honey, that red sparrow. She came out last week to fire 37 intelligence agencies. And then she blasted their names all over the streets of Twitter. And it turns out we are learning today that one of the names that she blasted out for the world to see was an undercover agent, baby, effectively compromising any investigations or any work that he had priorly done and also putting his life in danger, hun. This administration really has a problem with classified information. They just seem to hand it out to anybody in any nation. I mean, y'all remember little Whiskey Leaks? He's Petey Keg's breath, the cockerhead cracker Klansman in the signal chat, but he wasn't the only one that was in on that. You had JD too. And they acted like they were going to punish the Mike dude, but they just gave him another position in another job. Either way, I guess you could say they're having a problem holding on to information today. Not very secure at all. As a matter of fact, they're so bad at securing their conversations that they've just decided to stop keeping their conversations, absolutely violating federal law. Federal law states that all agents must categorize, classify, and all of that. They must record it, dear. They must keep track of all of their conversations with one another and every action that they do. They must catalog it. And they just stopped doing that altogether. For two reasons. They don't know how to keep information secure. And secondly, they're breaking the law every day and they don't want a paper trail of how much they break the law. So there's that. And speaking of the cockerhead cracker Klansman, baby, little Petey Keg's breath, Lord, that little belly in E3 running the entirety of our military. You know how he can't keep shit classified. The one thing he's really good at is renaming bases back to Confederate names. He's really good at doing that. And as of today, they're going to be reinstalling that canvas, that portrait of General Robert E. Lee with the enslaved man on it, baby. Yes, there is a 20-foot canvas portrait of General Robert E. Lee. And on that portrait, there's an enslaved man holding Mr. Robert E. Lee's horse, dear. We took that down in 2020. We passed a law. No more worshiping the Confederacy in any kind of way. If you want to learn about it today, open up a fucking book. But we don't need to see their pictures and their statues like they were fucking heroes. They were terrorists fighting against the Union in our country, dear. That's what they were. Last time I checked, we ain't putting up portraits and statues of Bin Laden. But apparently, if you're a white terrorist to this nation, you should get praise today. Anyway, they've decided to go ahead and put that back up again, absolutely violating the law on the books that it cannot be done, but they don't follow laws, hun. They don't do that. Either way, I'm not telling you this to rage bait you today, because just remember, they can put up all the statues they want to, and we'll just tear them back down again. They can hang all the pictures they want to, and we'll just tear them back down again. And while they're up there trying to tell you that you don't have the First Amendment right to burn the U.S. flag today, you do have the right to burn the Confederate one, boo. Just letting you know. It might be worth putting on a bit of a show for Petey Keg's breath, that cockerhead cracker Klansman, and Nosferatu, Stephen Miller, and Daddy Dumpy Pants. What if we all just got together for a music festival and we all had our little Confederate flags folded up nicely in our pockets, and at the same time we ripped them out and set them the fuck ablaze for the world to see? Just saying, baby. Just saying.